Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Happy New Year. Welcome back to the Go-To Food Podcast, brought to you by Blink, the UK company revolutionising the POS game. Today we're delighted to be joined by one of the greatest chefs in the country, a man who worked under the holy duo of Alain Ducasse and then his disciple and Hélène Darroze. And they've given sort of a culinary birth, or that's the way I was seeing it last night, to a man who's won 2 stars after just 6 months of opening. The delectable, the gorgeous Alex Dilling. He's got a bit of a Harry KP goatee going on. Who came up with that first?
I adopted it from him. He had it first, definitely.
Is that right?
I mean, he inspires me in many ways.
You called me 2 in the morning asking who did it first. I said, why are you calling me? You said, I need to get to the
bottom
of this.
Listen, the lineage starts at Bayer.
The last time I saw him, it was like at a dinner at Wildflowers, and he gave me a little wink. I think he was impressed by it. I think it's like a seal of approval. Yeah.
It looks beautiful.
Thank you so much. Work hard on it.
Have you just been to Claire Smith's new restaurant, Cornucopia?
I went on last Sunday or something.
What was that like?
Fantastic.
Was it good?
As you'd expect, flawless experience, amazing front of house, great team, delicious. Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, wonderful.
She deals in perfection, doesn't she?
She does.
And I was impressed as well that I went down to see the kitchen. It's like, an immaculate, beautiful kitchen, but tiny. And they're doing, I don't know how many covers, and everything came out immaculate.
Yeah.
Everyone around seemed happy. And she just everything she touches.
What was the best thing you had there? Come on.
She does. Well, they gave me this palm anna, which is on the menu. They have this potato menu, which is just such a great idea, and they put this cream on it. And I don't know if they do it for everyone, but then they dumped a ton of caviar on it.
Come on.
And it was like
they knew their audience.
Yeah.
I think so. People seem to think I'm just obsessed about caviar.
Yeah.
But then palm anna, it was like very crispy on the edges, soft in the middle with this cream, a ton of caviar. It was probably the best bite of the meal.
So they've got a potato menu. Well, you can pick your own potatoes.
Yeah, it's like a little framed thing, and there's like every type of potato you've heard of.
It's nice because you're a stickler for a pillow menu. Whenever we go to a hotel, you are.
I am. Even in the Holiday Inn.
Yeah.
I'm angry when they don't have one.
But a potato menu is unbelievable.
No, you should go. It's fantastic. Yeah.
Well, we'd love to go.
We're going to be going. Yeah. And Claire, if you want to come on the podcast, come on. You're off tomorrow to Bangkok as well?
Yeah.
What are you doing out there?
So we've got a restaurant out there with the Mandarin Oriental. It's an amazing property. I think it's the original property of the group.
Oh, my God.
And, it's a bit more casual than what we do in London, and it's the 150th anniversary for them. So there's a series of collaboration dinners, and the first week will be with Richard Ekebus, the 3-star from Hong Kong.
Yes.
So super excited for that. Super humbled. Always when I get to cook with chefs like that, I kind of pinch myself. Like if you ask me 10, 20 years ago if I'd get to work alongside these kind of people who I've looked up to so much. It's just amazing. So really excited, a little bit nervous, which is good.
Don't be nervous.
Do you know what you're cooking? Or you know what he's cooking?
So he's doing his signature lobster jello with caviar, which I cannot wait to try. I think he's doing kinky fish, and I'm not sure he's doing a dessert. We're cooking sweetbreads, this Hunter's chicken dish that we do. And we're doing a little marinated mackerel.
Yeah, talk us through the Hunter's chicken, because when you opened up, you said you're not going to touch anything from the greenhouse, and then it slowly found its way back onto the menu. Is that right?
Yeah, it wasn't my choice, actually. So my partner, who's also my business partner in the restaurant, and she's kind of the more, business-savvy one, she was at one point like, where the fuck is the Hunter's chicken? Why is it on the menu? Being a chef, you think, I don't want to cook that anymore. I'm bored of that. If I see it on the pass one more time, I'm going to throw the plate at the wall. She's like, that's like, if it's your greatest hits, you need to play them.
Get it out.
And there was people like booking who was like, I don't see it on the menu. We want to have it. We're coming for dinner. So now it's not like on the menu, but it's like there's a section below where it's like dishes that you can add onto your menu. So it is there.
It's a gorgeous dish. Come and talk us through it. Because I was watching a video in it last night. Was it in slow motion? Maybe I slowed it down just to enjoy it even more.
It's
sexual.
Yeah.
I can tell you the story behind it, if you want.
Please.
So it's at the time of the greenhouse where we were like really trying to push our creation and being creative and come up with new ideas, new techniques. And it was after being at the Connaught where I was like, I can do whatever the fuck I want. Like I'm completely creative freedom. And so I'd normally finish my night going home, having a gin and tonic on my balcony, thinking about what can I work on tomorrow. And the idea was kind of just to do something with chicken, like something that people take for granted. Maybe it seems too simple. And it was Easter at the moment, like that period. Went on Amazon looking at molds, and there was all these Easter egg molds. So actually the mold we use now with Mold Brothers is almost identical to the one I found on Amazon. So it's like a half Easter egg mold shape with these ridges in it. Went into work the next day, tried it, took chicken breast, wrapped it in mushroom, then piped the mousse in. And so it's only the second time we tried it that it came out to what it is now. That first time it was close, but not.
Is that right?
Yeah.
2 shots and you're there.
Yeah, and it was there just because I think it was quite like a clear idea in my head. I wanted this cut through where it was like these perfect layers. And so there were these kind of thin plastic things, and we steam it like in stages, but they would wilt after a while, and then Easter period stopped and they stopped being available on Amazon. And that's when I reached out to Mold Brothers, like, can you do this? And they made it, and then we wanted to refine it more, so we got a second mold made for the insert, so that's always perfect. And
So what's in there for those listening who don't know what it is?
So it's chicken breast, corn-fed chicken breast from southwest of France, and that's wrapped in a mushroom duxelle, depending what mushrooms are in season. And then it's wrapped in the chicken mousse that's got smoked Alsace bacon, lemon thyme. We caramelize the whole thing, glaze it in chicken jus, finish it with bee pollen, more picked lemon thyme, and we serve it with albufera sauce, which is like a foie gras-enriched sauce. Wow. Pretty yummy. People dig it.
I mean, that's one of your signature dishes at Café Royal. 2 stars 6 months after opening. We'll talk about that later. But any other iconic dishes you can just whet the appetite of the people listening? I'm getting horny at the moment. Sorry,
I think like the ones that were like more iconic for me, like things like the clam chowder I did. I lived in San Francisco for a while, and that's a dish I loved growing up. So we did a version, like my version of clam chowder at the greenhouse as well, which was the same flavors. The soup was kind of made the same way, but a lot lighter. And then the potatoes had like a gelée on top, and those razor clams painstakingly placed everywhere with cockles in between each one and a dot of caviar. And, but yeah, I kind of owed to this dish I loved growing up. And
I mean, not to insult you, because you're one of the greatest chefs in London. We were eating with Todd last episode, which feels slightly different to...
Similar conversation.
Yeah. But he was saying, we were asking him as an influencer, like, obviously now people are leading with looks more than substance, right? But at Michelin level, you obviously can't do that. It's all about taste. But your food does look incredibly sexy. I mean, beautiful. Do you have to bear in mind look as well? I mean, I know you've kind of been ahead of the curve on that.
But I think everyone cares about the look, I mean, even you're putting a burger on a plate, you think I'm going to put that right in the center. So whenever you put a piece of food on a plate, even my mom, you do it with some sort of intention, right? Yeah. I think at the Michelin level, we focus 100% on the taste, but then we also have to take that in mind. The temperature of the plate, everything is important. But every chef has a different style to them what looks nice. Me personally, I like when things are very neat, and that's what comes out, yeah.
Where do you find it starts more in your mind? 'Cause even just talking about the Hunt's chicken, obviously you were going like, I need a solution or something new to do with chicken, and then you're straight on the mold. And
but
the
at
look
its
of it,
core, it was just around these basic flavors, which I love, like chicken, bacon, and mushroom. I mean, these classic flavors, which I usually don't deviate too much from.
No.
It's just what I love. Those are like comfort things. And my mom used to make a pie of those flavors.
Yeah,
so it's like refining these tastes.
So then do you go to then technique or look, or is it kind of all just like mixing
all
at the
mixed
same
together?
Time? Yeah.
Sometimes it can be a technique we want to try. I mean, usually it always starts with an ingredient.
Yeah.
Asparagus is coming into season. Okay, we need to start thinking about what we're going to do with it. And it kind of starts from there, and that's the conversation. And then we go off technique, flavor, what's going to complement everything.
Yeah.
I mean, I think, we strive to be a really great restaurant, so all of those things have to come into...
It's all in play.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
But apparently you refine plates for like months on end before they come on the menu. Apparently.
No, it's not true.
No?
I would love to say, we worked in this dish for like a year and, refining it.
No, you're quite impulsive, okay.
A couple of weeks maybe, and after a couple of months, usually dish will come off the menu because we get bored.
And obviously it is tasting menu.
Yeah.
How does that how do you keep your chefs motivated? They're making the same dish 100 times a week. Is that something, I mean, how often do you change the menu firstly?
We change the menu a lot.
Okay.
Which is probably at our detriment. I think, a lot of restaurants, they're strong when they get this menu in place and they kind of keep it for ages. But I just can't work like that. I find it's too boring. I think it's important to take risk with your food, especially at our level. When I see the same plate of food on the past months after, I just get bored. And also it starts to not be inspiring to you anymore. It's good, it's making guests happy, but I think it's important for us to keep going, keep pushing ourselves, keep creating. So yeah.
What is the creative process? Obviously it always starts with an ingredient, but do you take yourself away still with the gin and tonic? Do you like Scully go off and have I know you're a big
not as much.
You're a big reggae fan, right? Do you often nip off with a little joint? I don't know. Get creative, Ben. You used to.
and Scully went quite deep on.
We did when we had a session together
for creative cooking.
Yeah. No, I think it's more now like having a discussion with the guys and just speaking about it and getting the product in, playing with it. It happens more times than not that the idea we initially had, we put it on the plate and we're just like, this isn't going to go anywhere, which is always disheartening.
Yeah, really.
That happens all the time. In your head, it's like, this is going to be this beautiful thing. It's going to be so delicious. You eat it, it's flat, or it's missing this, or it's not the same standard as the rest of the menu. So it can be really a frustrating process,
Yeah.
You are a great celebrator of caviar. or at least people have sort of brandished you with that stick.
Where does the reputation come from?
Well, because obviously he was,
I know.
obviously winning a star in New York for great
so
caviar.
I have this a lot of interviews I've done and stuff. It's like, hey, caviar chef, whatever. I mean, we always start our menu with caviar. I think it's a great way to start a menu. I think it's something you don't eat at home, most people. So it's a lovely way to celebrate when you start a tasting menu at a special restaurant, having an experience. I did work at a caviar house in New York for 2 years, so I think also makes me very familiar with the product. We used to always have a caviar tasting menu there as the restaurant needed it and wanted it. So it's a product I like and I'm familiar with. So yeah.
What were the weird pairings on that menu in New York? Like, were there any weird caviar pairings there?
No, nothing too weird. I mean, I think caviar is pretty easy. You play off the salinity and the fattiness of it. So there was nothing. Don't really do super weird pairings. I don't push myself in that direction. I always try to lean more into comfort flavors and familiar flavors and French style food. Yeah.
Because Gareth Davis is doing it with ice cream. But what I wanted to say is, obviously,
I've done that too. Yeah.
We were with
had our time.
head chef Nathan Davis in Guernsey. He said he always has it on the menu, but he doesn't put it on the menu in words, because he doesn't want to sort of scare people who wouldn't normally see it. And then when Adam Hanlon came on, he said he tries to give it sort of cost price. What are your thoughts on...
if you're doing it, give it generously.
Yeah, give it generously. I mean, what are your thoughts on that?
I mean, we always try to give it generously. I think when you put 1 or 2 grams on a canopy or something, it gets lost really easily, and it's almost like nonsensical to have it there. So we try to be around 10, 15 grams on a small first course, so you can make sure you feel the quality of it.
Caviar's not just caviar, as in there's different grades, different...
Well, it's just different species of a fish. I mean...
So not all from sturgeon?
I mean, real caviar is from sturgeon.
Okay.
But how salted it is and the quality of it itself. So we work with Exmoor Caviar, and they're friends of mine, so I think they give me the good stuff. And and I think now it's pretty commonplace. I don't think guests are scared to eat it or weird about it. We have the occasional guests we don't caviar on a menu. So then we're like, we have nothing to serve you.
We're fucked.
They say fucked.
What is the best pairing with caviar then in the world? Come on.
The best, if I have a tin of caviar and I'm, just want to really enjoy that, it's by itself.
Really?
With nothing else.
Just bumps like you were on a night out with Sellers.
On bumps, exactly. Yeah.
How dare you?
You take it in
he's a big caviar fan.
Take it in the
He is a
bathroom.
big caviar fan.
Yeah.
No, I think the best way to appreciate it is just by itself, having 10-gram spoons of it, really feeling the texture of it and enjoying it. Yeah.
Obviously you're making incredible classic French food. Is French food still the best in the world? Classic French?
I mean, the best food in the world is whatever your preference. My favorite food to really eat and enjoy is Mexican food.
Okay.
But I love French food. I think I would be bored of French food if it's all I ate week after week, right? So
right.
Is there a best food in the world? I don't know. What's great about French food is all the technique and the foundation is brought to cooking, which I think if you look at any of the great restaurants in London, whether they're Japanese or Thai or whatever, they all have some of this foundation, and they're all bringing some of that into their cooking. So, French food, thankfully, was there because it's given us all this base, right?
Yeah. I always think because it got codified, written down. So anyone can you don't have to go and be an apprentice to a master. I mean, you want to do that eventually.
Yeah.
But, you can go and get a book and just start working your way through it, right? So it's quite an accessible cuisine for something that's so elevated and has 100%. So much technique in it.
Yeah.
What are the great pillars, though? I mean, is the sauce still the great foundation, the great pillar of any great dish? Adam Bart said it was.
Sauce is,
he was crying
it's so important. I mean, it can make or break a dish, and even by itself with a piece of bread at the end of a plate, it can be the most amazing thing. I think just the technique of how you handle products, from storing to cooking to braising, all of these things, it's a foundation. When I worked at Ducasse, that was really... For me, having that base of cooking things properly, it just changed my career.
What is the greatest classic sauce? Come on. You're only allowed to make one.
Probably my favorite... I guess I'll call it a sauce, but it's the sauce that's in a blanquette de veau.
Right.
I think when I have that and it's mixed with the rice, for me, it's a euphoric thing. I mean, it's also one of my favorite dishes of all time.
Talk us through that for those who...
Blanquette de veau, so it's normally veal breast. It's been blanched, and then it's cooked slowly with mirepoix, carrots, onions, celery, and white wine. There's cream in there, creme fraiche, and it's cooked very slowly, and it just turns into something beautiful. It's usually served with pilau rice, and I like some baguette on the side as well. And, it's just heavenly.
Do you still make all your sauces... we were speaking to, was it Sally Abbott, who was saying that now a lot of restaurants are buying in stocks. Are you still making them from fresh? Are you still doing
We
poetry
buy our
in-house?
stocks now.
You buy stocks?
We buy our stocks. We make all our sauces. it became, so we have a small space. We work with an amazing guy who, comes from a 3-star background who makes our stock for us. And it's purely because of labor and space. Yeah. And he delivers us a product that we would make the same. And it's extremely helpful.
And what about butchery?
That's so cool.
Yeah, I mean, we don't buy things already butchered, but we're also not a restaurant that's buying like whole animals.
Okay.
With our tasting menu format, it's not like we're not getting whole pigs through the door.
Well, you wouldn't be able to use most of it, right?
We could, but I mean, it's just like tricky with our style of dishes.
Yeah.
I would say. Yeah.
So talk us through, if we came in tonight to eat in your incredible restaurant, a couple of the things which were awaiting us. Just, can you take us through a bit of the experience there? Because some of us listening will not be able to
so
get
we
through.
always start with
So
we start with a selection of canapes. So right now we have 3 canapes. One is a little venison tart with caviar, some whipped horseradish, which we also serve a venison consomme. On the side of that, we have another little kind of like sourdough tuile that has an oyster bavois on it. Half of it's oyster bavois, half is red prawn tartare, and there's some shaved oysters, some confit cuttlefish on there. Oh. And then we have like a little potato roasty that has a lobster cocktail on there with pickled radish. So that's how you start. And then we have our selection of breads because we make all our breads in-house. We're very lucky in the hotel. They have a whole bakery, so we work with the baker and always have a selection of breads. So we have 3 breads and our butter. And then we go into 8-course tasting, which I won't run you through the whole thing. You come into.
Well, give us some highlights, because I'm
right now. You
about to cry.
You start with beautiful hand-picked white crab from Devon with preserved lemon, lily-put caper, good amount of caviar, and some whipped cauliflower. And we serve that with little English muffins that are brushed with brown butter, garlic, and then there's a little pepper butter on top of that. So you eat that as you would. Barbecued lobster with a madeleine sauce, and then a sabayon of Watersbury pepper. Hunter's chicken if you want.
Yeah,
if you want to upgrade.
I do.
Very
Which
reasonable
they do.
deal.
I do an upgrade.
Yeah, pre-dessert, dessert. Then we go into petit fours. It's a big experience.
And 8 courses is the right number. I mean, there have been a lot. Yeah, Richard Corrigan came on the podcast. I don't know if you're a fan of. You are a big fan of Bentley's. I read.
I had lunch with him the other day. Actually.
Really?
Nice.
Well, I was having lunch with a friend, and he ended up sitting there for the whole thing.
He was there.
He's
what
a
you
legend.
want.
He was in the building.
And I'm having lunch there tomorrow, actually.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
come
Oh
on.
my god, what a life you
It's
live.
my favorite restaurant.
But he was saying that like over sort of 10 courses is too many. Like 10 big ones. Where do you stand on fine dining?
I mean, when I was younger, I loved it more to go out and do that. I still love cooking in that environment, and I still love the way you can construct dishes when it's a longer menu. I love the kind of staff you attract from doing that format.
Yeah.
Is it what I gravitate towards going out to eat? Not anymore. I usually find me at Bentley's, having dressed crab and chips. And
But do you find that you've sped up your service a bit, or like cut down on dishes or whatever? Like a lot of people we're speaking with are saying that like people are sort of half an hour less at the table than they used to be, or an hour. Like,
we try to keep it at a good speed.
Yeah.
Like I think 2.5 hours is long enough. There's obviously guests who are happy to be there for 5 hours, in which we'll adjust the pace accordingly. But I think like 2.5 hours is enough. Yeah, I think when it's that long, the menu, you want to keep a good pace and keep it exciting.
Where do you like to eat French food then? Because I mean, I know you say you like to go out for casual stuff, but I did see you on Top Jaw, and every single one of your recommendations was incredible.
I can't remember which ones I said, and the list changes all the time. Like I was in Paris not long ago, and I went to La Ferme de Pré, which was incredible. It's the kind of, I don't know how I want to say casual restaurant, but it's not very casual, of Frédéric Anton, like on the same property as his 3-star, and he's doing like classic French dishes, and that was like kind of my dream restaurant.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I'm an ambassador for this restaurant now, because everyone asks me where they should go eat. I'm telling them about this restaurant.
Really?
It's fantastic, and he uses all these antiques, which I'm a big fan of also. It's like antique shopping, and it's just beautiful Boudin Noir and terrines and all the rest. Yeah, it's just incredible. Yeah. So next time you're in Paris, you have to go for sure.
Consider it.
In London?
In London, Maison Francois, I think, is fantastic. Where else? Zedel, I think it's great. I go get the steak haché there sometimes, and a liter of wine, and amongst friends, and not by myself. I mean, there's so many good places. I haven't been to Bouchon Racine yet, but I think he's one of the greatest chefs ever, so I need to go there. Yeah.
What about our little friend Elliot? That Camille.
Haven't been to Camille. Oh, Josephine as well.
Yeah.
I go there quite a
Josephine,
bit,
of course.
which I love. I go there and have the roast chicken, the souffle is so good. So, no, London, I mean, we're spoiled for choice,
You use quite rich ingredients, but all the reviews are saying that like your food has a beautiful lightness of touch. Nathan Davis managed to achieve that for the best I've ever eaten when we were out at Vrac in Guernsey. How do you go about sort of balancing that?
I think with our kind of menu is balancing it as a whole. So just thinking about, we've definitely over the last year or two reduced the portion size. When you think about it, like I think when I was at the greenhouse, like it was heavy. Like
Yeah.
I'm surprised guests could finish the meal. Just reducing portion sizes, thinking about the quantity that's on the plate, lightening sauces a bit. I'm always looking at that, like how reduced things are, how heavy they are in the palate. So, yeah, it's just looking at the menu as a whole and trying to make it balanced.
How do you stay alive to that? Are you noticing, like, I don't mean this as a slight, but like food coming back, people aren't, or are you just kind of, is it the wider picture that you're responding to?
It's more just us noticing it, you know,
Yeah.
like things can shift over time, right? You know, it's okay, I don't remember us having these sauces this reduced or this heavy, and like let's
Yeah, right.
let's
So
go back
you
to
literally
this,
thinking
or-
as a diner, you're going,
yeah,
okay,
yeah,
right.
And when you look at the tasting menu, I think it was Merlin from OSIP who said that you have to look at the whole tasting menu as sort of one dish to get the balance
I
right.
agree with that completely. Yeah.
Is that? I mean,
Yeah, I totally agree with that. To look at it as a whole thing, you know, these guests are going to have this 2-3 hour experience. How's that going to translate over the whole thing? And no, I completely agree with that. Yeah.
You got your second star the same year, I believe, as the Ledbury, but obviously after only 6 months of opening. They've gone on to 3. I mean, obviously you've got ambitions to get your third. Is that a conscious box-ticking exercise now? What do you have to or did you have to change anything? Is it just about consistency?
I don't know. If you know, let me know.
Jamie,
please.
do you know? Producer Jamie?
Yeah. give me the secret. No, I would love one day to have 3 stars. You know, I've worked. The Michelin has kind of navigated my whole career. It's always been the thing you look at, like what kind of standard you're working in and what kind of restaurant you're going to work in. To have that one day would be a dream come true. Yeah, I think there's always things that you can improve on. You know, I know that we probably have areas to improve on, and
What are the things you look at? Like,
I mean, I like to think the food we're pretty close. Maybe, you know, make the dining room more fancier. I don't know what it would take necessarily. You know, we're an independent restaurant, so we have budgets that we have. You know,
Yeah.
we're in a hotel, but it's not funded by a hotel, so we don't have an unlimited budget to do everything we want. But I think when it comes to hospitality and the food we put on the plate, you know, we're getting pretty close. So hopefully one day it'll happen.
Come on.
We'll celebrate accordingly.
yeah.
Well, it's a new year, the year you get 3 stars in February, but it's
Come
also the
on.
year we bring back the go-to drinks. Because we used to do it, and
We
then
did, Freddie.
but it's a nice little thing to do. So we're going to say, what is your go-to cocktail?
Gin and tonic.
Yeah?
is that right?
Is that a cocktail?
I don't know. Is it? I suppose it is. Yeah.
I think we'd have to, yeah.
Yeah, it is.
It is. For today's
Yeah.
episode, it definitely
Gin and
is.
tonic. I like it in these kind of wine glasses, the big glass like that with a lot of ice and some grapefruit.
Oh,
Nice.
Yeah.
Any particular gin?
I actually have my own gin now, so.
he does.
Okay. No, I know. But
You should have brought some in.
I
We could have drunk it
should've,
together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are we drinking today, Ben?
Well,
Are we
we're just
drinking?
gonna
Are
have a
you
glass of
drinking? Are
wine.
you doing dry Jan or not?
Absolutely not.
Good.
Would you have a glass of wine?
I'll have
Glass of
whatever.
white wine?
I'll follow your guys' lead.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I could try and create something more exciting. What have we got back here? Well, we got sent this stuff, which is unbelievable. Gear.
Oh, my
Mother
God.
Root.
It is
You've been
unreal.
mainlining that over the Christmas period, haven't you?
I have been drinking that every day at home.
Me too.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't think it's right for now, but I'm just saying we've got it.
That's not alcoholic.
No, I'm just
Oh,
saying
sorry.
we've got it. But
Bad
listen, people
choice.
send
Yeah.
us shit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I want to say that it's arrived.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Look
Fair.
forward to it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Fair.
I'm going to serve us a glass of white wine.
Okay.
Just a little
We
sip
should
on
fire
it
off the
before we
cannabis
go
one.
What?
It's already opened, the bottle.
Oh, I might have used some from a hunter's chicken.
You made
Am I having Hunter's chicken today?
You are.
Wow.
Not rarefied. You're going to have
Yeah.
it like it's a sort of not the best French grandmother.
I
cooking
didn't
it.
know that Hunter's chicken is also like a pub dish. Somebody told me.
Yeah, yeah,
like,
yeah.
After.
You're about to have that now.
Okay, nice.
So you haven't made the Michelin version?
I think it could win a star,
It could.
but it wasn't the intention with today's chicken.
Well, cheers, Alex. Thanks so much for coming in.
Cheers. Thank you for
Drinking out
having me.
of a Blink glass, our
I
new
love
Blink
it.
glasses.
Apologies.
I love Blink.
What is
Shout out
this?
St John for just the cheeky little people.
Oh, St. John people. Love it. The last time we had that was with Margot Henderson herself. Early hours of the morning.
Early hours of the morning.
Yeah.
Breakfast, wasn't it?
It was breakfast. Yeah.
What else have we got going on here? Oh, we're coming for a dinner party, Freddie and I.
Okay.
Just prepare yourself. What would you be putting out with the cocktails, with the drinks? What little nibbles?
Probably charcuterie,
Yeah.
Welsh rarebit.
Come on.
I think that'd probably do it just to get going.
Yeah.
Get a little foundation.
Are you making the charcuterie yourself, or are you just
Absolutely not.
slicing it on property?
With things like that, I think there's people that have been doing it for so long
Yeah.
and doing it so well.
Let
Leave
them do
it
it.
to them.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
100%.
I would love. It's one of my favorite ways to start a meal. Is with some good saucy sauna thing. But I'll just never be able to do that in the restaurant because I'm not going to do it as good as.
Are you thinking about doing a more casual offering? I mean, are you going to follow
been
Mr.
yeah,
I'm just
crying out
saying.
for it. You've been crying out for it.
Well, I have been crying out for it. And you were mentioning, obviously, the great Claude Bossy. He used to be at Bibendum, and now he's got his more casual stuff going on.
And you're mate in Paris.
I would love to do a casual restaurant one day. We've had discussions before. I think some of the discussions, I feel I've been like a little bit pinholed in fine dining, which I think any fine dining chef, their roots are in this more casual style of cooking.
Yeah.
So if the opportunity ever comes and the things are right, I'd love to do like
what might that look like? Have you got dishes that you kind of like have in your head that you'd love to flex on a more casual menu?
Not particular dishes, but I would think even like to do like a casual bistro, or even to do a pub. I'm half British as well, so even to do a pub would be so cool. And I love pubs more than anything. It's like my favorite environment to eat in, like being in a lovely cozy pub. So if those opportunities ever came up, it's something I would love to do, and I think it'd be so fun to write that menu, like your dream menu kind of.
Well, if you are going to open the pub, you should open with Blink, because it's a new year, but Blink is something new for all of us to enjoy. You already know them as a fully integrated cutting-edge POS system, but now meet Blink Reservations, the latest release from the genius. It integrates seamlessly with your Blink POS to give you true end-to-end control front of house. Every booking and walk-in becomes a valuable guest insight, with deposits and pre-authorizations handled effortlessly, and real-time table tracking from arrival to bill. This is not just another reservation system.
But it is what people have been crying out for.
But it is. The Blink POS and Blink Reservations integration is genuinely unique. And priced to outperform the market, it's a better product at better value, and it's ready to streamline your operations, Alex, and elevate your guest experience.
Wow. I'm into it.
You're into it, so am I.
I'm into it. I love it.
And I'm going to put you in for a demo. And everyone listening could put themselves in for a demo and use the code GOTOBLINK, and you'll get 2 months free.
2 months?
2 months. We've gone up a month.
Mate.
2026, new year, new gifts. When you sign up, so get involved in that. You say you're half English. I mean, you were born in London. Then you moved out to San Francisco at some point?
Yeah, when I was 7.
Okay.
Moved to California, lived there for 5-6 years.
What took you out there? What was the food like when you moved? Big move?
Presumably it wasn't your decision.
It was not my decision at 7 years old. That would have been strange.
You're like, mother, father, I'd like to move to America.
My mom's American, and my dad's English. So I think it was like, okay, let's have the family in California for a little while. So we did that. Then we moved back to London, lived in London again, and I didn't go back to the States till I was 21. Paint
a picture of what it's like growing up in San Fran, the food scene, everything.
It was beautiful. I mean, I was too young to really appreciate food. I was like 7, 8 years old. I think I was more interested in like Hot Pockets and things, which at the time seemed amazing.
Very exciting.
Like, pizza Hot Pocket is pretty banging. But lovely memories. I mean, that's where I kind of fell in love with like Mexican food, going to these cantinas and stuff. The Mexican food in California is just insane. In San Francisco, they're famous for burritos as well in the Mission District. So really fond memories of it,
Beautiful place. I mean, so many chefs who come on reference that era as one of the great sort of breeding grounds for food.
I never know how to say it. Barkley,
yeah. And now, I mean, it's just like there's so many 3 stars there and everything.
Crazy.
It's like, it's such a destination.
So you weren't queuing up for Chez Panisse at 7 years old?
No, I've been there, though. Yeah, I did. I was very lucky. My parents are really into food, so they took me to the French Laundry.
Wow.
Went to Chez Panisse, which was amazing. And
cool. Did that plant the seed? Were you into food at that point?
I think I've always had the seed because of my family, because they're so into food. And I grew up eating my mom's cooking, and she's a great cook. My granddad was just like a wonderful cook also. So I think they've always ingrained in me that food is awesome and enjoy it. Yeah.
So what was your mom's best dish? What were you eating around the house growing up?
So most years, if I'm around for my birthday, she makes me a dish called chilaquiles, which is like a Mexican dish made with leftover
it's like a breakfast
tortilla
dish.
chips. Yeah, she makes it more as like, I used to call them Mexican lasagna. Like she layers up the tortilla chips with a green one, salsa verde, and like pulled chicken, and it's just got this like like a mom comfort nostalgia flavor to me. So I love that. But like her roast chicken, she does. In the pan, she puts like egg noodles and lets it dress in the fat from the roasted chicken with some chives, and I don't know, everything she cooks just tastes good to me.
So then when you're back in London, you go to Westminster College.
Yeah.
You're training to be a chef.
Yeah.
Admittedly thinking, what's the next step? And then suddenly you're working for Alain Ducasse in New York. I mean, how does that happen?
So I thought I was 20 or 21, like, let's go to New York and do something different. And I flew out there without a real plan, and I just kind of staged in 3 or 4 Michelin-starred restaurants to see where I wanted to work. I did a stage at Danielle, and that was far too intimidating. There was like 200 cooks running around. Like,
oh wow!
I was like, I'm just gonna get lost in this place.
Yeah.
And Ducasse was just opening. I went to do a 1 or 2 day trial there. I had to do like an interview with an exam and everything, and somehow got the job. And
what was the exam?
It was like what temperature would meat, cuisine, salmon be? Like, what months is white truffle in season? It was like pretty extensive.
So written exam.
Wow.
Written exam. And then I had to cook 2 dishes for the chef and the sous chefs.
Come on then. Can you remember what they were?
I remember one was duck. I don't really remember. I remember more. I had to do that one other time. I trialed while I was working at Ducasse. I went to trial at Momofuku Ko, the original one.
Yeah.
And it was horrible because they asked me to do 2 dishes. And it was just like this counter, and they were all having staff food while I was putting up these dishes. And they were looking at me like I was like a complete piece of shit. And I was like, this is fucking horrible. Already I'm stressed out. And I've got all these, chefs I look up to, like dogging me out. And I'm like, it's fucking horrible. But I did like a raw razor clam dish with like grapefruit or something. And then I can't remember the name. I mean, it's a long time ago.
Did you get the offer and turn it down? Or
it was for a sous chef. They offered me the job, but I turned it down. It just wasn't the culture.
No.
And it was a very different environment than being at Ducasse.
But a hot place at the time.
No, it's super cool what they were doing. It just was very different than what I was into. And I thought it'd be interesting, but just not for me.
You're better off at Ducasse.
But I got the job at Ducasse, which was amazing. And it was life-changing experience for me. Yeah.
So before you get to Ducasse, you say Daniel was very intimidating.
It was intimidating because it's such a big operation. I don't know if you've been there, but it's a huge restaurant. There must be like 100 plus chefs working there. There's a bakery. There's 2 floors. There's a main kitchen production. And I just thought I'll get lost in this kind of restaurant. I said I want to go somewhere where it's more intimate, which Ducasse was. And it worked out great.
Was the big man in the room while you were there? Like, I'm talking Alain Ducasse. Like what?
No, at this point, his list of restaurants is already insane. So he would come from time to time, and he was lovely. He'd go around and shake everyone's hand, including the kitchen porter, and he was great. I think he's such a sweet man, and I still get to see him from time to time now. Nice. It's amazing. But it was hardcore, but it was just a great experience.
Yeah.
We had Eric Kwang on the show who worked at some of the great restaurants in New York, sort of similar time to you. He said it was like the most brutal kitchens he could ever imagine.
Where was it? 11 Madison Park? Was that right? Yeah.
And a couple. How tough was it?
It was really tough.
Yeah.
I remember like the first day I started, there was this dish called multicolored vegetable composition, and it was like one of the hot.
It's not a sexy name, though, is it? No.
I didn't think so either. I think at the time it was probably pretty cool.
Like,
And it was like this like half circle mold with like 15 different vegetables, like braised radishes or like poached this or roasted that, and like all put together, and it was a fucking nightmare to make. And you had to kind of like ploss out your veg so you had enough to fill whatever 25 of these molds. And I came in on my first day, and the sous chef, like within an hour, was just like riding me, screaming at me about the fucking mise en place this dish. I was like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what a multicolored vegetable composition is. Like, I'm in the shit. I've just started. It was really hard. Like, I think the first few months, there was so many times I wanted to just give up and quit. But I'm glad I didn't, because I ended up staying, getting to rise up through the ranks a bit, and learning so much. And it gave me that base of cooking. That
I'm always fascinated because I know that feeling, as in never at that level, but like, you don't know what's going on. Like when even if you've actually been a chef in a few places, you join a new kitchen, you're all at sea for a bit. But in that environment, like I'm always fascinated. When did you realise, like, okay, I've sort of got this, I'm going to be all right at it? Do you know what I mean? Was there a moment
it's
where
when
you
get that confidence, right? When you say, oh, the chef's moved me onto a new section and
right.
a new section, and he's giving me responsibility over these 2 people, and slowly but surely build up that confidence. Because at 20 years old, you don't have that. You're getting screamed at all the time, and it's just tough. It makes you feel not very good, right?
Horrible.
It's weird because obviously as an outsider and not having been a professional chef, but it sounds like being on larder or being on sort of canapes often sounds a lot harder than being on a protein.
Oh mate,
I think so.
100%.
I think chefs think, oh, I'm on the meat. It's like the top, the creme de la creme.
Yeah.
I think like garde manger is always one of the more interesting sections.
Yeah.
And the garde manger at Ducasse was like, at one point I was running that, and it was like 5-6 people in that little team for garde manger. You're making all the foie gras terrines and all these kind of things. So it's an amazing section. But meat section or fish section has always had the kind of
I'm at
the top. I'm the meat chef like that.
Who was it we spoke? Was it Max Rocher at He said when he obviously it's his gaff, and he kind of isn't always in the kitchen as he was. But when he goes back in on the rota, he goes on starters, or he goes on. Yeah. He kind of wants to get back because he's like, that's where the buzz is at. That's the tough section.
Yeah, it is.
What did you learn then? Obviously, Alain wasn't in the whole time, but what did you learn from a Ducasse kitchen? Like, what does that sort of put inside of you?
I mean, at that time, that's like 20 years ago. Just fucking everything, and you learn quickly. It was a big team. What's interesting there as well, there wasn't like commis chef de party. Everyone was a tournant.
What's that?
So turn on's like you can turn on any section.
Right.
So they hired. It was a rock and roll team at the time.
Wow.
It was amazing. So everyone was really good. I did feel I came in there with a little bit less experience and had to kind of like prove it. But it was cool because I was working with these amazing chefs, and naturally you're around these talented people, you get better quickly. So I learned a lot there just being in this Ducasse restaurant, but also by this incredible team. And we were super close as well. It's the kind of team you're going out every night with, partying with,
nice.
All coming in, some people too hungover, but you all kind of ride it out together.
Yeah.
And it was fantastic. And also learning this culture about French cooking, French product. Amazing experience.
So when you rocked up in the morning, you didn't know what section you were going to be on, always?
No, you knew.
Okay.
But I think they did that more as they wanted the whole team to be of a certain level that could do every section.
What was a New York night out like then, after service? Like
heavy.
Yeah. Where would you go? A couple of
what were
places?
the spots?
It was bad at the time too because they're all like 20, 21 years old, and you got paid every Friday.
Oh, really?
So I think like the whole time I lived in New York, I was never on time for my rent. Like, 'cause, you Friday night, you see your bank account, you just got paid. You're like, let's go.
Yeah.
There was a bar right around the corner called Papillon, right around from the St. Regis where Ducasse was, where I spent far too much time. If I could know how much money I've spent on beers there, and my time there would just be shocking. But we weren't going anywhere fancy.
No.
We'd find wherever I had good beer, cheap beer, or we'd go to like Koreatown for some food and a bit of karaoke.
Does that culture still exist? Like, do you notice that in your kitchen? Is it like a tight team? Do they go out together? Or is it kind of...
That culture's changed a lot.
Yeah, it feels like it's moved on.
Especially as I think a lot of cooks are like, into going to the gym in the morning and things like this. I mean, I can guarantee when I was back then at Ducasse, none of us were going to the gym in the morning. We were like nursing a hangover quickly, having a coffee and like running to the restaurant.
Yeah.
But I think it's important. I think chefs should do that. They should go out together. They should drink together. And they don't have to drink. I know that's like not a good thing to say now. But because it builds that camaraderie. And I think when they're all like friends and they like each other on that level, it makes them work as a better team.
Yeah.
And if they see someone in the shit, they're going to help them because they're friends with them, right?
100%.
We're going to touch on it later because obviously you oversaw Hélène Darroze's restaurants in London and France.
Yeah.
But a lot of the people, chefs who've come on this show, say that when they went to France, the big difference between French kitchen and London kitchen was that in France, everyone was out there for themselves. They never wanted to help you when you're in the shit. Whereas in London, they would more often jump in.
Yeah.
Did you notice that when you were overseeing the
I've talked about that before, and I don't think that's something that differentiates by country. I think that's more by kitchen, and that comes from the top, I think. If you allow that kind of culture in your kitchen where people look out for themselves and won't help each other, that's the culture that's going to naturally happen. If you make it like something that's part of your protocol, like you have to help each other. I mean, I've never worked in a kitchen where it was like everyone was really out for themselves, just because I haven't worked in environments where that would be accepted.
It seems mad. Was it your mate Tom Sellers who was talking about when he was at Blue Hill?
Like where people stitch each other up and
and
stuff,
almost
turn
like
off their ovens.
they
I've
just
never
let
seen
your
that.
section full, and then he got an absolute bollocking, and he was like kicked out the kitchen. It's like, I was thinking, why is no one jumping into her? Surely everyone's trying to give the diners a good meal.
Exactly.
Letting him get fucked doesn't really help.
No. I've never worked in an environment like that, nor would I ever want to, or would ever condone people working like that. You have to work as a team. At the end, it's all for the guests, right?
100%, well, you think so.
So you won a 3rd star, the restaurant did, when you were out there, right?
No, it had 2 stars.
Did it never win the 3?
No.
Right, fair play. Well, 2 stars.
Ended up closing.
It went the other way.
Well done.
It went the other way. New York. Yeah.
It could have gone either way. What was the best dish on the menu there? When you sort of during your time there?
A multicolored vegetable conversation.
yeah, it's got to be.
There was a hamachi dish I really loved. It was a pain to plate, but it was like cured hamachi with green apple, radish, espelette pepper, lime. Just like a really nice, clean dish. It sticks out in my head as I probably had to make thousands of them, and it was a nightmare to make. It was like this rectangle of hamachi that had to be cut to fit in this perfect rectangle. Then battens of like green apple, radish, and avocado. And to cut battens of avocado, pick them up with tweezers and like meticulously lay them. It's not easy.
I feel stressed even thinking about it.
Yeah. It was stressful, You're hoping you have an underripe avocado, which you shouldn't
really
do.
Hard.
It's like when you work for Nuno Mendes.
Yeah. The proper man. In a kitchen like that, there's no sense in your head of creativity. Is that right? Like, because you're never going to get a shot at kind of getting a dish on the menu, or is there?
At the beginning, no. But as you move up, I think towards the end, I kind of got to like a sort of senior place, and you start to have a little bit of input, or like, oh, maybe we can change the plating of this. But normally, like the dishes come from the repertoire, and then they're tweaked to be modernized, for where you are. So.
And now, when you were hired, do you look to hire people from interesting places so that when they get an opportunity to, I don't know, contribute creatively to your menu, they may have had different experiences to...
No, because I don't really hire, like, say, chef de parties and stuff with the hope that they're going to, you know, start bringing all these ideas to the table, because it's more like sous chefs do that.
Yeah.
I generally hire now if they seem like a nice person, they're going to work hard, they've got a good attitude. I don't see any, like, weird vibes coming out of there. And then hopefully they've worked in some good places. But it's not like a prerequisite.
Do they have to cook for you or not?
No.
What's the landscape like at the moment, like, for hiring people?
We're okay, actually.
Yeah.
You know, there's more turnover, I would say, now than there has been in past years, but we're always kind of okay. Like, I think sometimes we turn away even good people.
Really?
We're not a huge team. We're usually like 8 or 9 of us.
Yeah.
But knock on wood, we're okay for the moment, and we have some really good guys, yeah.
Yeah, just a couple of years ago.
It's always like the bottom 20% is kind of
we're going to have a bit of churn. Yeah.
What then took you to Caviar Roost then? Why did you leave?
It was just an opportunity that was there. I'd done 5 years. It was kind of like done my time. I'd turned on every section, you know, done everything to do in that restaurant. And the first opportunity to have some creativity, which was amazing. I mean, I think some of the food I put out there was probably, if I saw it now, I'd be pretty embarrassed, like any chef, you know, if you think back that far. But it was cool. It was just like, I can cook whatever I want and do whatever I want. So, it was a good opportunity. It was a small little jewel box of a restaurant, so really manageable. And, so I just went for it.
How much were they spending on caviar a week there?
I have no idea. It was owned by, like, a Russian family. And
loads?
A lot. Because it was also a caviar retail shop.
Oh, wow.
So people would come in just to buy caviar, or they come in just to eat caviar, or they could come in and have a tasting menu, or,
Is it tough to just be given carte blanche? Do you think that would be the dream as a chef, but actually...
It is tough sometimes. It's tough, I think, especially when you're younger, because it's almost like too much freedom.
Yeah.
You know, you don't have these guidelines anymore, so you kind of navigate in your head, like, where am I going to go with this? And you also want to make sure you have some sort of direction and identity. And when you have complete freedom at a young age, you're kind of like, and almost too influenced by what you've seen or what you've read, and
Yeah, it's because even speaking to sort of like Kirk Howarth, who's got the vegan plates, got a 1 star.
I've heard of it.
Like the restrictions of just being vegan, or the restrictions of just being English or Mexican produce, make it sort of easier to be creative than having the whole world open to you.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. What about Michelin? I mean, obviously in America it's quite a weird one, isn't it? Because obviously in Europe it's so respected, but is it right that in America it's sort of city to city? There are some conspiracies that, you know, some cities then pay for the people to come. That's what Eric Kwang was saying when he came on.
Say what?
I do not know.
No.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't know. I mean, I've always looked up to it wherever I am in the world.
But there are different guides in America as well, aren't there? Like there seems to be sort of more competition for promoting good fine dining restaurants.
Just Michelin.
Well, like in New York, there's the New York Times, which I'd say in New York is equally as respected. If you get, I think it's 4 or 5 New York Times stars, which I think restaurants there hold as just as high regard because it does so much for your business.
Yeah.
But I've always looked up to and followed the Michelin. For me, it's always the number one. Yeah.
So then you get the dream job. You get to come back to the beautiful city of London and also nip over the
terrifying move,
the water to Paris, but go to work. Well, you're exec chef for Hélène Darroze. I mean, it's a dream job.
Yes, I got a call from someone I work with at Ducasse, who then became Hélène Darroze's corporate chef, and I was at Caviar Roost, and he was like, "Look, we're looking for a head chef in London at the Connaught. Do you want to come over and take the role?" I was like, "Whoa, it seems like a big fucking position, you know?" Like I said,
how old are you at this point?
28.
Yeah.
And it's like, so eventually I was like, "Yeah, I'm into it." He's like, "Yeah, but Hélène wants to meet you. So can you fly to Paris for one day from New York and meet her?" And I fly out to meet her, and it was not a good interview. I don't even think she remembered we were meant to be meeting, and I'd flown all the way from New York, stayed in like the shittiest hotel in the world just for one night. And we spoke for 20 minutes, but didn't really... You know, you could just feel it wasn't like we weren't gelling together, and I left there just like, oh my God, what was that? It was horrible. Went and drank some beers and tried to forget about it. But I think because he believed in me, he convinced that this is the guy, and I ended up moving back to London.
So you got the gig?
Got the
straight
gig.
Straight off the bat, yeah.
And I remember like walking up to the Connaught Hotel the day before I started, just like map out my walk to work and whatever, route to work, and then I started, and it was like the first 6 months were just horrible. Like, I thought I was going to get fired, like, every day for 6 months. Yeah, I think I was just in over my head. I was 28. It was a huge team. It's the fucking Connaught, you know? You feel it's bigger than anyone, right? And, it's a big team. I felt young, and I think I was quite, like, aggressive and excited because I was trying so hard to prove myself. So when I started there, I was quite, like, fiery, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
But after time, I kind of like got the reins of it, got things in place, got my team together, started to build a good relationship with Hélène, and so I ended up kind of overseeing the restaurant in Paris also, and traveling with her around the world to do events.
What was the brief when you came into London? Did she say, like, we need to change, you've got carte blanche once more to change?
No, at the beginning was really like just follow the kind of recipes, the playbook from her. And then, as we built trust, I would start doing tastings for her. So when she would come to London, I'd go in her office and bring her tastings for things we were changing. At the beginning, those moments were painful.
Really? Did she pull her punches? Like, was she kind of just giving it?
No, she's really kind, but like she's also clear when she doesn't like something. Yeah. And when you're trying really hard and someone to tell you like that's not good, it's hard to hear. But over time you start to understand what people like, and the tastings got a bit easier, and then I'd start to have input on the menu and start to do all of that.
How many styles did it have then when you were head chef?
It had 2. Okay. And then I left and they did a big refurb.
Yeah.
And now very happily for them they have 3.
Yeah. Well, I think it's your work.
I think a restaurant like that that's been around for so long, there's so many people have been involved in that journey. I think there's so many chefs before me who built that restaurant, which is so hard to do, to chefs after me, and then now Marco, who's just done an incredible job bringing it to the next level.
What was the best dish you came up with then? Which made...
I couldn't tell you. Honestly, when I think
about
item. That menu, all I can think about is the lobster tandoori, because I saw that dish for every service I was there, for all 5 years I was there. So to think of things I came up with, I honestly couldn't remember.
Yeah. Blinded by the lobster tandoori.
It's like one of those dishes that always has to be on the menu. It's an incredible dish, and if you work there, you see it a lot. Yeah.
Is that in London and Paris?
Yeah.
Okay. Because if you sort of had to, I don't know, if you were pushed to make a decision, which one was the better restaurant, London or Paris, in your eyes?
Very different. Very different.
Yeah, which one's the better one?
I would say London, because it's a special place for me. It's the Connaught. That for 5 years was my home. You have the Connaught bar. The whole place is magical. I think beautiful. It's just so beautiful. And I remember going up to the Connaught bar after service, having a cheeky tequila shot, and all these wonderful people there. It was just like, so cool. It's an amazing place. It'll always be very special to me.
Yeah. Was it tough to leave?
It was very tough to leave. It was I think it was like 8 months of discussions before really being sure I wanted to leave. Yeah.
Well, so then you do go to the greenhouse.
Yeah.
What was that? I mean, how did that differ from working in hotels all the time?
It differed a lot. I mean, there was a very different structure there. So, so Marlon Abella, I'm not sure if you're familiar, he owned the Mark Restaurant Group, where there was like Umu, the Greenhouse, the Square, his wine company, his bakery, all of this. He approached me when I was at Hélène and told me about this project. I've obviously heard of the Greenhouse. And again, it was like this opportunity to have creative freedom again. I probably should have done a bit more due diligence on the company in hindsight.
Yep.
And I'd heard little like whisperings, but I was too hungry and too excited about the fact to have. And I think whereas Caviar Russe, I had that opportunity, I was a little bit too young in my career to express myself as I probably wanted to. Whereas then I felt really ready to. And we went in like guns blazing, trying to do amazing things, but it was a tough journey there. Yeah. The company was not in a good place at that moment. So, yeah.
But you won stars, right?
We retained. So it had 2 stars from Arnaud Bignon, and we retained them for 2 years.
It's amazing.
You would take that, right?
That must feel incredible. Though.
Yeah. Well, yeah, especially because you're quite scared. I mean, I've had that path always, like this scary thing of just like coming in and losing them, right?
You don't want to be the guy to choke.
You don't want to be that guy, and that's what's very nice with where we are now, because you really we earn them in our own accord, right?
You don't want to be running out the Michelin Awards like Jason Atherton. Hey, we don't.
Listen, maybe he had a train to catch.
He did. He had to play. Yeah. Go on then. Apart from the Hunter's chicken and the clams.
So we did a lot of.
Did you ever eat there, Ben?
I did not, Frederick. Did you?
No, I didn't. I'd love to.
Listen, sometimes you just, haven't got deep enough pockets to eat everything.
But it was a fun restaurant, and we had a great team, a big team. I was kind of just like very carefree. I mean, we were throwing truffles everywhere and caviar everywhere, and being very generous. And but it was a really good, creative, fun time for me as a chef. And it was also all the complications of the business, but that's also a good.
So you were aware of.
You could
because it was a very large unpaid tax bill eventually that kind of
$500,000.
Oh, was it?
Was it as much?
Yeah.
Freddie has a history in the back end of HMRC.
No, I know it was not nice for a lot of people and a lot of suppliers.
But you were aware of that kind of,
I could feel it pretty quickly. It's like things like suppliers not bringing product through the door, and I was calling them, I was like, what's happening? Where's our fish? And they're like, okay, we haven't been paid for this long, and we're like having to, there's times you had to like go to Selfridges, buy some fish because I had like a VIP coming in for lunch, and just not nice stuff, or like the hot water being turned off, and
Jesus
makes the job very hard.
Yeah.
But also losing your chefs, I imagine, when you did have to close. Because
losing the chefs was tough, of course. We were a very tight team there, yeah.
But suddenly they're out of a job, and you've got to, I'm guessing, pass their CVs on to...
They all found jobs really quickly. I think at that moment, people were quite interested in what we were doing at the greenhouse. There was like a lot of noise around what we were working on and stuff, so I feel like everyone got picked up really quickly.
Kind of worse for you then, because you were sort of the last.
Yeah, it was horrible. Yeah, I was like desperately trying to find a new restaurant because I felt like we were on this like big upward trajectory, and like I was really like pumped up and motivated, and all of a sudden I was like, fuck, I don't have a restaurant.
Yeah.
What do I do? Like, what do you do, right? And it was like COVID, and people aren't like, oh, okay, it's COVID, let's open a fucking fine dining restaurant. It's like the opposite thing people wanted to do. So it's just like, trying to find work as well. I didn't get like a ton of help from the company, obviously, with like all this furlough and stuff. So me and my head chef, Pierre, we just kind of tried to find work. We were like doing little events here and there, private dinners. We went out to cook in Greece a couple times. Got to go out to Atlanta, do an event out there, which was cool.
Nice. Who are you cooking for?
I was with my friend Freddie Money at the Garden Room in Atlanta. Yeah, what a name. He's a legend. You should get him on here. He's a fun guy. Yeah. And just kind of did stuff. Got this kind of consultancy in Malta for a restaurant out there, and just did different bits. And then I was in talks with the Ritz in Paris for a while to take over that, which didn't work out in the end. But fortunately not, because got this dream
So how did it come about, the current setup?
So I was still in talk with the Ritz in Paris, and the day the kind of deal just fell apart, my now partner, she called me up and said, we have this space. I went to look at it, and it was kind of exactly what I was looking for. Like it's 30 seats in a beautiful hotel, very manageable, good kitchen space. It was just, and it all happened really quickly.
Quite cool.
Yeah.
Is the Ritz in Paris sistered to the Ritz in London or not?
Yeah.
Right, so you could have been sort of joined at the hip with John Williams.
I guess.
Would you have matched him for the chef height on the hat?
Would have got a custom one.
Yeah.
I think John Boy's got the tallest toque in the culinary world.
He does. Yeah.
Is that not right?
Yeah, he gets taller every year.
Yeah. It does seem pretty tall.
Yeah, they're doing a special award for him this year in Michelin in February. You're still cooking, right? You're still going in 8:30 in the morning, getting home at midnight. It must be pretty tough. I'm
not doing...
Kids. Are you tracking?
Yeah. I've been hanging out like ever.
3. One and 2 step-kids, and I'm not doing mise en place, so to speak, but like I'm still working on dishes. I'm still in the kitchen all the time. I keep very busy.
Yeah, because I think a lot of people who listen who have never worked in hospitality don't actually understand the reality. You can hear 8:30 to midnight, but you don't really realise what that means. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, it's bizarre for people to imagine that. They look at it as like 2 days work in one. But, that's the life, and it's amazing, right?
Yeah. What about sort of unforeseen small minutiae changes? Because like the government changing, or like all these tiny little things, really can impact your business, which you may not have thought about until you start running a place.
I think it's really horrible for hospitality right now with all of these changes. My partner, she handles all of that stuff, luckily, so to leave me to just think about how I'm going to put my clams on the plate. But
the crucial
I think it's very challenging, and I hope in the future there's some changes. Hospitality employs a lot of people. It's an amazing industry, and to make it so challenging to run businesses like that, I think it's going to deter people in the future. So I hope at one point the government says, okay, here, we're going to do these things to actually make your life easier and make you hire more staff instead of trying to whittle away at your team. And
bizarre.
Yeah, it is bizarre.
Yeah.
Where do you see the health of fine dining then, as a whole, sort of London, the wider world?
I think it's tricky now, fine dining. I think, especially like in London, I feel like a lot of people have moved out of the country because of all these taxes and stuff like this, and a lot of wealthy people are leaving the UK. So I think there's less of these people that spend money in these expensive restaurants and who we need, that take black cabs and do all these sorts of things. So, it's not the time I'd open like a 100-seat fine dining restaurant, for sure. I think if anything, it's to open more accessible restaurants. but I'm glad that the one we did open is as small as it is.
Yeah.
Does
it? I mean, this is a weird question. We've sat down with a few people who'd be like, you need 60, 70, 80 seats to even. Was it Chris Galvin? Was saying he would never take a site under 80 seats, and yet you're making an amazing go of 30 seats. Is that an advantage actually right now?
I think for what we do, and also the size of the restaurant we are, the size of the kitchen, the size of the team, it makes sense for us. I think as fine dining goes, it's helpful for the consistency and everything. And we just do 6 services, so we can have one team. I don't have to worry about 3 days on, 3 days off, anything like that. I'm very happy with the kind of format that we have.
Yeah, nice.
It's funny because the last sort of 3 or 4 fine dining places we've been have all been sort of 20 to 30
small gaps,
haven't they? Yeah, and they've all been doing really well.
Yeah, lovely. Yeah.
Obviously, it is really challenging though, and I need to ask. A couple of years ago, you guys made headlines when you said solo diners need to pay for 2.
Oh fucking hell!
For 2 places. Is that still the case? What was the? I understand the reasoning behind it because otherwise you're turning a couple away for one diner.
I don't remember us ever putting that out there that one diner has to pay for 2 seats. We have solo diners all the time. We've always had solo diners all the time.
But it is out there. I'm not making that up.
No, but you are making sure it's
out
there.
Is it quoted? Who said that?
Oh no, it's numerous articles.
It's attributed to Freddie Close.
I can say we've never charged a solo diner for the price of 2 people.
Never.
No. And if you book tonight by yourself,
I'm thinking about doing it now.
Please do. It'll probably be free. We're friends now.
Oh fucking hell! Jesus Christ! I'm definitely going. This is unbelievable. Okay, cool. Well, Ben, have you made something beautiful for?
Do you want my shit grandmother's Hunter's chicken?
At least put it on the table.
I would love to see the real Hunter chicken.
Well, let's not call it the real one, but it's an approximation.
Well, we'll quickly take us through what you've done.
So I bought a whole chicken.
Yep.
Like a hunter would.
Yes.
You might have hunted it. I don't know who's hunting chickens.
Yeah, who is that?
Do you know what I mean?
Wild chickens.
They're like, come on, yeah. Anyway, I've got a chicken. Cut it up into about 16 pieces. Beautifully butchered. Coloured it off. And then loads of onions, loads of mushrooms, some tomato puree, loads of wine, some tasty stuff.
Beautiful.
Simmer it away, bit of stock.
Well,
tarragon, parsley, concasse of tomato.
Oh.
Classic concasse like that.
Ben used to run a 5-star chicken restaurant in London. Faye Mashler gave him 5 stars.
5-star review by Mashler.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. What was it called?
Le Coq.
It was called Le Coq. It's subsequently closed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like everywhere I've worked.
Yeah, he was telling me that everywhere he works closes.
Listen.
Yes. No.
We've kept this podcast going.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, what about Margot's restaurant? That's still going.
Rochelle Canteen. Luckily, she didn't let me too near any of the decision making. Yeah.
Well, we're going to move into some slightly more quick fires. What about starting with your nightmare day? What's the worst day you've ever had in the kitchen?
One of the worst ones that I can remember, I was doing an event with Hélène at some fancy building in London. I can't remember if it was a museum or whatever, but it was for a few hundred people. And we were doing a pigeon and foie gras Wellington. So kind of like a pedigree with these pigeon breasts with a piece of foie gras in the center. And the ovens they had were quite horrible. And it was this game of firing them at the last minute so they don't all sit there resting too long and trying to get color in the pastry cook without them overcooking inside. So eventually it was time to go. I'm still waiting for them to get color on them, get them out of the oven, and just trying to find that balance where I have enough color on the dough and everything. I cut them the first one. It's fucking overcooked, and there's a whole row of them, and I just keep going. And at one point you just have to start sending it. It was a horrible, horrible evening. Apparently the guests were super happy. I don't think they fucking knew, or it's too dark in there to tell. But yeah, I was in the cab back with Hélène back to the hotel, just feeling.
Was she death staring you?
She was actually pretty cool, She was kind of pat on the shoulder, it happens, and she was pretty cool about it. Jeez. But you beat yourself up beyond belief with these things. Yeah.
What about the rudest customer you've ever had?
We had a group of rude customers when we were at the greenhouse.
Come on.
It was a group of young guys in the PDR, and I can't remember what happened. They were being incredibly rude to the front of house. I think I went out and spoke to them. They were kicking off, probably drank too much or something. But it ended up them in the street outside of the restaurant, and, my kitchen team going out into the street, and it was yelling going on, almost like a fight was going to break out.
Wow.
Just drunk, assholes who looking for
problems. Unpaid bill or paid?
I think they paid, but just being complete, it's fine.
Not too bad.
But just being incredibly nasty and yeah.
Well, this looks absolutely beautiful.
Here's a question for you. Was quieter?
Smells incredible.
We've had people in our YouTube.
We've had people
getting
complaining about how how much noise you make when you're making food.
Listen,
give Benny a break.
I'm out here trying my best, but I will note the comments.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Well, that was as silent as a mouse.
Is it all right? I tried to be quiet.
Do you want water in this one? Is that water?
That's,
is that wine?
That's the wine one.
That's wine. This is water.
Yeah, why not?
Come on then. Well, Ben, one last time.
Listen, it's the chicken chasseur, I'll call it. Does that
mean
smells
fantastic.
Chicken? Yeah?
Yeah.
It's tarragon. I think you bang tarragon in anything, you're sort of all right.
No, and some baguette on the side.
And a bit of baguette.
Yeah.
The caveat is always that we are in a basement. I don't have an oven. It's just above room temperature.
It's the best way to have Hunter's chicken.
Yeah, I agree. That's how...
Ours never goes above 62 degrees.
Yeah, beautiful.
So,
Come on.
Might seem better.
I've also haven't got a spoon, so there is a fork in there. But please spare yourself a piece of chicken if you dare.
Thank you.
Well, try a bit of that then.
Yeah, I'll get
Come
on.
Freddie, because I was trying to be so quiet back there.
You don't know where we're at?
I sort of went into a flow state. I couldn't even hear
What's
you
on too many menus?
What is on too many menus, Alex?
What's on too many menus? I mean...
Can I get you a piece, Freddie?
Yeah, please. Thank you.
I don't know, really. Maybe burgers are a little bit overhyped at the moment.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them. I love a burger, but yeah.
What do you look for in a burger? Because I'm having an existential crisis.
I actually like both styles. I
What,
like the smash burger.
Yeah.
And I also like a thick, kind of medium rare burger.
nice
I like both, but good beef, seasoned well.
Yeah.
The right bun, American cheese.
Gotta be American cheese.
I need pickles on there for sure.
Yeah. Here's the thing. The other day we recorded with
very good.
the guys at the Plimsoll, a pub in North London. I don't know if you're familiar with it.
I've heard their burger's amazing, yeah.
And the burger was like my platonic ideal of a burger. And like you just said, like they make their own pickles and they were just like really unbelievably
I want to
delicious.
go there. I've heard their burger's fantastic.
And then just, I was going to say shit American cheese, but like American cheese.
You need that.
And because it's
a
an emulsion,
texture.
it becomes a sauce with the fat, and it was
one of the best burgers I've ever had.
It was unbelievable, right?
Yeah, it was.
This is delicious. Thank you.
This is very good. This is warm in my heart. Like I'm sort of growing up in San Francisco. It's raining outside.
Yeah, just need a bowl of chowder.
Yeah, exactly. I do. We need to get out of San Francisco.
Eat enough chowder.
No, we don't.
Do you make chowder at is that something? I love chowder.
I love it, but I don't really make it.
No.
I should. That'd be a good staff food.
Be unbelievable.
Yeah.
Chowder in... I remember Rick Stein going out to San Francisco.
In the Red Bull?
Yeah.
That's the best way.
Is that?
It kind of soaks into it, and you rip a little bit off, and that's the best way.
God.
If you can find the right vessel shape.
We're about to ask in a minute about any new concepts you bring to the London restaurant scene.
Yeah. Well, ask him now.
And if you don't say chowder...
Ask him now.
Chowder bar.
Yeah, it's like,
done.
Come on.
It could work.
Good British
But maybe
seafood.
it's too unfamiliar to the UK dining scene.
It's not part of the culture.
Yeah,
True.
they don't get it.
What
These baked potato shops seems to be doing well. There's one down the road from us in Soho, and I walked by it.
Hold on, really? A baked potato?
The fucking line for these people to get a baked potato is insane. Like, you can walk by there, and there's like 50 people deep.
Is it the Spud guy? Is it that kind of style where
it's
you
kind of
beat
like
up
a
the
red
inside?
sign. I don't know which brand or whatever, but there's a huge line to get in. And it's and people don't realize you can bake potato at home pretty easily, and it's going to cost a fraction. But if it works, hats off to them if they made a great business out of that.
Amen.
Yeah.
What is your star food like? Good?
Yeah, fantastic. So we write a menu every Saturday evening, and each chef's responsible for one day of the week, and they do something nice,
Is there budget for it?
I mean, we try to be respectful, right? Like, if we know we have too much of something, like today Pierre's doing a steak haché.
Oh, come on.
That's not that respectful.
With peppercorn sauce.
Really?
And, there's even going to be a tiny bit of Wagyu trim in there, because we have some...
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Let me come get a job with you.
Yeah, unbelievable.
No, I like to think we do good staff foods. Some don't work out as planned.
Yeah.
But I've also seen some shockers. Not here, but in other restaurants,
It's so tough. When you're between a shift and you go down to get the staff food and you're like...
No, I've seen some pretty gnarly ones.
For the rest of the day.
Yeah.
But you don't want to be a dick, but you are like...
Well, we were in Café Francois. We were in Café Francois the other day, and they were all having a go at the chef, weren't they? Who was on star food.
Yeah, poor guy.
This looks like the worst thing I've ever seen.
There was some limp carrots had gone in there. It wasn't looking good.
But it is important, like, if you're doing one of these huge shifts, and the one meal you're going to have is shit, it's like, it's not
tough.
really cool.
Yeah.
What's the worst thing about the industry?
Worst thing about the industry? I feel sometimes in the industry there's like some chefs that kind of talk shit a little bit about other chefs or other people's restaurants or their style of food. And I always find it bizarre because we're all cooking food, trying to run a business, trying to make it happen. We all cook different styles of food. We all are into different things. But there should be like a common love between everyone. And there is like some people sometimes like talking some shit, and it's like we're all just kind of doing the same thing. You do it this way, I do it this way, but like almost like a level of cattiness, which I just never understood. Weird. Don't want to be a part of. And
do you? I don't know how to phrase this question. Do you see yourself as like a London chef or an American chef working here, or like how?
I see myself as English.
Yeah, okay,
completely.
Right.
I mean, I have both passports, but I completely see myself as English. I was born here. I spent most of my life here. It is a little bit annoying because I have such a thick American accent.
It's a gorgeous accent.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
So like wine, you're flirting with me now.
Yeah. Well, I am flirting with you.
Okay, perfect.
Two glasses.
I'm going to send it right back to you.
2 glasses of purple wine. Anyways.
No, I consider myself an English chef, a London chef. Yeah.
It's a weird question, but I just wondered. Like, is this your restaurant scene, or is it?
No, this one completely.
This is it,
London's home for me. Yeah.
Well,
where are we? Go-to midnight meal. Is that you added that in for 2026? That's a great
it's a nice
question.
One, isn't it?
What's your go-to like post-shift midnight meal?
I mean, I usually don't eat after service. I try not to. I mean, if it's not a meal, but probably it's a gin and tonic. Is that food? It's food. It's a cocktail. It's everything. No, but I mean, maybe like a taco or something like that. Like with whatever in the fridge.
Nice.
Like on a good corn tortilla, quickly melt some cheese on it, and then whatever, a fried egg or something.
You had a question a while ago where you used to like to ask people, like when they go to their fridge, which midnight would be the classic move. What are the little things that you might pull together? So
I usually will have like some tortillas and stuff like that.
Okay, so you're ready. You're
maybe some pickled jalapenos. Just because I often make like nachos is like one of my things. I make a lot at home. I love nachos.
Yeah.
I think from like growing up and eating in Mexican restaurants to being in New York and bars, they always have nachos, which are great with a beer. That's like a big comfort food for me. Nachos,
Nice. That
You always need a vehicle in the fridge, don't you?
Yeah.
Or like in the cupboard.
Yeah.
You always need something, and then you're good to go.
Then you're fine. You'll find something to put on there. Like if you've got a tortilla, there's going to be a bit of cheese, and there's going to be enough other bits to make it into something.
Is if you don't have the tortilla, the vehicle.
Then it's weird. Then it's a bowl.
It might become the piece of cheese though, as well.
The cheese then becomes the vehicle.
It can do.
Yeah. Like suddenly it becomes a wild mouthful.
Well, let's go to locations. What is your go-to weeknight restaurant? So nothing fancy. You're not working in the evening. Where are you heading out for like a nice bite to eat in London?
I mean, it's a little bit fancy, I guess. Wildflowers.
Nice.
I've been there many times.
Aaron?
I just adore his cooking and him.
Talented man.
He's a lovely guy. His restaurant's beautiful, and his food is just so nice. It's so genuine. You can tell it's coming from him, and I love this restaurant.
A-Rod.
A-Rod. Have we got in trouble
for calling him that?
Fantastic
spot.
What's his name?
That's the nickname, A-Rod?
A-Rod.
He doesn't like it.
No, he likes it.
Okay.
He
more reason to use it.
Yeah. Is he going to get a star in February?
I would hope for him.
No,
I mean,
it's bang on.
Very solid.
You open the year with Top Jaw doing a little special on you. You know the star's coming. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Jesse's leading the witness.
Okay.
Favorite place for like a blowout, celebratory supper? I don't want to jinx it. I'm not going to say it.
In London?
Say something tremendous happens.
In London?
It could be anywhere.
Anywhere in the world.
Listen, it could be in Dublin.
Okay. Yeah, I'll say Chapter 1,
Yeah,
because I'm dying to go there. I've been so lucky to cook with him in a restaurant in London. I think he's going to get his 3 stars very soon. Oh. He's a genius. He's a lovely person, and his food is just unbelievable.
Yeah. Can we get a name for those listening?
Mikhail.
Okay. We're seeing him.
We are.
Oh, my God. Maybe we're the ones who've got the Midas touch now.
Or the jinx.
Yeah, the jinx.
I don't want to be the one jinxing anything.
No,
I think if it happens for him, it'd be so well deserved, and I think all of the UK dining scene would be up there applauding for him, because I think he puts in the work, and his vision and what he puts on the plate is just incredible.
Amen.
It's very inspiring.
What about a London celebration? Where would you be going?
Trying to think. Maybe somewhere I haven't tried. I really want to go to Rouen 5. I haven't been there, but everyone I know has been there.
People
just said he's
built
something incredible there.
Jason
it seems like he's invested so much of himself into that project, and it looks kind of flawless. So I probably go somewhere I haven't been before.
Yeah. Nice. Where would you go? See John Boy, surely.
I'd love to see. I'd like to go to the Ritz.
Yeah, see Deepak and John in action.
Yeah, that'd be nice. I've never eaten that food.
Deepak's been trying to get that going as well, like Harry and like yourself.
Tell him to talk to Harry. He does like these consultancies. It's amazing. He just gets you on track.
Go-to consultancy.
Yeah.
Really?
It's amazing.
Did you ever grow the goat out?
I think it might definitely now.
Yeah.
I've
go to Trinity. Yeah, get on the program.
Exactly. Yeah. What about your go-to pub?
Go-to pub.
What's your favourite pub?
There's one in the Cotswolds. It's called. I don't want to say it. Is it the Freemasons Arms?
Sounds legit.
Sounds good.
It's so good.
Yeah.
And I love as well the Bull of Charlbury.
Oh yeah.
I love that.
Sally Abbey's done a great job there.
R.I.P. As in, I think not dead, leaving.
I love this whole thing that's happening with pubs. Like,
it's a cool moment, isn't it?
Yeah, like them taking the food a bit more seriously, creating these cool little
environments. But not losing, because I feel like the last wave of gastropubs, it almost just like the pub became the entire restaurant.
No, they're almost going more old school pubby, but then bringing the food up without making it pretentious, and I love this vibe. It's like, that's probably my favorite kind of environment to eat in.
Have you been to the Three Horseshoes?
No, I want to go.
Because that is like, it's almost entirely
I'm planning
pub,
a weekend to go there and to go to Ossip,
Yeah. What nice.
We did that 1-2 combination.
Amazing.
Have we influenced you on that? I feel like we have.
Maybe.
Just say
maybe I got it from you guys. I got it from you.
What Nye, the food that Nye's doing in that pub.
That's fucking good.
Is unbelievable.
And he won the Pate and Crew.
Yeah.
Oh, the chef from there won the Pate and
Yeah.
I was meant to go and judge that. I was upset to miss that. It looks cool, huh?
Good. Well, next year.
Not a big deal. We hosted it.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I mean, we didn't do anything, but...
No, we just...
It's a good gig. Just show up, eat some pate.
Yeah,
unbelievable.
It was a great gig.
Yeah.
Hidden gem. Have you got a little spot that you like to go to and you want to tell the whole world about?
Hidden gem. Yeah, I'm pretty boring. Like, the last probably 8 meals I've had out have been at Bentley, so...
That's nice.
Hidden gem.
I mean, for some people, Bentley's would be a hidden gem.
You think? Well, then we'll say
I think
that.
Outside of the restaurant, because it's on that kind of cut through. It's in a weird, slightly weird part of London.
Well, if people don't know about that, that should be on the radar, because it is just a lovely place to go and spend a few hours.
And you said it earlier, but what's the order there?
It depends who you're with, because that restaurant can be for any occasion. It can be like, you're just with the boys having fun. It can be for a kind of more businessy thing. It can be a date night at the bar.
Yeah.
But a good move there is to get the dressed crab and chips. You mix all the crab with the mayonnaise, and you almost use it as a dip on your chips. It's like heaven. Yeah.
That is good. I mean, that alone... That's
it's like crab dip and chips. Yeah,
nice.
Wow. But everything is done well there.
Yeah,
it's just good product, like respectfully taken care of, and
what about your dream long weekend getaway? So you're going for a 4-day weekend, let's say 3-4 day weekend to eat, drink, be merry. Where are you going?
So there's a few places. I love Japan. I love Mexico City. I love Paris. A lot of the places you go and you don't remember the names where you've eaten, but I think a lot of people probably said that, but I would say San Sebastian. I spent a lot of time there. With Hélène, we actually opened a restaurant there 2 summers in a row in the Maria Cristina.
Cool.
And so I had 2 summers where I, was on and off living there and just fell in love with the place.
Can we get some names then? Come on. You live there. I'm not going to let you off this.
I was working.
I
was working.
But still.
So one place I love is Bar Nestor.
Yeah.
And I think it's on Sundays. They make like 1 tortilla. And you have to get there early to get a slice of this tortilla. And the go-to move for me was always be like, before they open, to have drinks at that bar just across from it. Because they have that one outside table.
Yeah.
And then to try and get that table. And then, order your peppers, your tomatoes, your steak, and just drink chocolate.
I think the food's pretty good in that one as well.
The one across the street?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember particularly. I mean, when you're there, and it's a sunny day, and you're drinking all afternoon, everywhere's fucking good. It's all good.
Yeah.
As long as you're not like too snobby or whatever, it's all good, right? Like, just the place is magical.
Yeah.
So that I love. Gambara. I've done a few of the fine dinings, which I loved Ecolare, which was great. But really just wandering around the streets there, drinking that chocolate, which only tastes good there. I've had it in London in a Spanish restaurant. I was like, oh, chocolate, I had that. Let's order some. It's fucking horrible.
Yeah.
It's weird, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think my advice would be just don't go to any of the fine dining places.
You've said that, yeah.
Well, I just think stay in the square mile.
No, I agree.
Have the €250 fucking white wines and little, half beers. And just walk in wherever.
If you're just there for a weekend, definitely, and just wander around the streets.
You spend too long in a cab all the way there, then wait for a cab to take you back. Or whatever you're driving, you drink driving again.
I do want to go to Echebari. That looks amazing. And the times I was there, I wasn't able to get a table.
What
a cool experience opening.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
Mad.
I remember Austin, when he came on the podcast from the Devonshire, was saying that because everywhere's so good, it just pushes every other restaurant up. In that square mile. So everything's incredible.
It's amazing.
Otherwise no one's going to come in.
I'm sure they have this kind of competitive nature there, but it's all lovely. I mean, it's hard to find a bad meal.
Come on, we got to get out there.
We do. We're going to get out there.
I guess that leaves us with the final question, does it? Mm-hmm. What's your go-to 3-course meal? The pinnacle.
Okay. It doesn't have to make sense as a menu.
No. But chefs always want to know that. And you can sell it pains them when they say a thing that doesn't make sense.
To start, I think I would have some al pastor tacos, street tacos from Mexico City.
Nice.
With a cold beer.
Yeah.
Then I would have my mom's roast chicken with her egg noodles, where she just dresses them in all the juices and a green salad. She never served it with them, but some good French fries on the side would be nice of that.
Come on. Bit of feedback for her.
Yeah, she might be, fuck. Sorry I didn't make you French fries. And then I think I would have the cheese trolley from some amazing 3-star French restaurant with a beautiful bottle of wine and, lights out.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful ending.
Yeah.
And talking about beautiful endings, what song do you want us to play out with? And thank you so much for coming in. You've been incredible. We should say, if you want to go eat your incredible Michelin-star food, go down to Café Royal.
Yeah, please come and see us. Yeah.
Piccadilly, right?
Piccadilly. Yeah.
Maybe have one in the Devonshire before? Or one anyway?
I think most people do that because it's so close.
It's so close,
myself included.
Yeah. Really? Yeah.
Before I come for dinner, I always pint of Guinness.
Do you eat a lot at your own restaurant? I mean, we speak to a lot of chefs who say you need to.
I don't, and I should more.
Okay.
I should more. I have, feel weird, the staff serving me and everything. But no, I should do it more because
do you ever get your chefs to eat there?
The what?
Your chefs, do they ever get to eat in the?
I mean, they have the opportunity, but no, they don't really often.
No.
Oh, maybe they're not into it.
Well, that was something you loved doing, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Because you saw it from a different.
Well, I think sometimes you also realise you're stressing over producing the dish to get it up, and you feel I haven't nailed it. And then when you sit on the other side, I always felt there was more leeway as a diner.
Yeah.
Because you're just there to love it.
No, and also the food seems so much more exceptional when it's in the dining room. Like we see it on the pass with bad lighting, whatever.
Yeah.
But then it's it's on the table on this beautiful
magical
tablecloth, and you're comfortable, and there's a glass of wine. It's oh wow, it's actually not bad what we're doing.
Exactly.
Yeah. Rolling Stones, Beast of Burden.
Yeah, beautiful. Go out with a bang.
What a tune. Alex, thank you so much. Happy
New Year.
And good luck. Have a great flight to Bangkok, and we'll see you when you're back.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, mate.